gentlemen, we're back with another beer review. Here with the Kissing Cousins from Off the Tap, Skinny Jeans.
Have the tank.
We're a little nervous about this beer that we're doing this week because...
It's from a sellout. Just kidding.
Kinda.
Kinda, just not as big, I guess.
We'll get into that in a little bit. But this is from Ballast Point, which is a very popular brewery.
They're big, like they're huge. And growing, actually.
Yeah.
So
They are, and part of that is because of what we just alluded to, being bought out. This is the Tart Peach Kolsch, and I don't know.
I've never had one. I'm kind of interested. I do like tarts and sours.
Yeah.
So hopefully this doesn't turn me off of that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's peach, and I hate peach.
The last beer that I had that was a peach beer, I was very disappointed in. It was from Stone Brewery, who this brewery and Stone Brewery they're neck and neck every year with outdoing each other. So I wasn't a big fan of that. That was also an IPA though. So let's jump into it. This brewery started in '96 in San Diego, California, which is a big reason why they are
So
major
big.
competitor. That and why they're a major competitor with Stone Brewery is because they're both from San Diego.
And they're huge because of the population alone, dude. Like,
Right.
that's just ridiculous. Cali's so big.
Right.
Like, if people want it, it's there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it'd probably help them grow it.
Yeah. So they actually just built a new tap room and brewery in Chicago, Illinois this past summer, and the renderings and pictures that I saw were freaking amazing. This place looked cool as hell. And the artwork that you'll notice on the can, on the side of their box, all of their labels are done by a specialized artist that has been doing their stuff for a really long time. You can go on their website, buy his artwork if you want. But
Really?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
It was pretty interesting because they do have some cool artwork on their cans and bottlings. So
Oh, from what I saw, like, they have different series that have, like, different themes with them.
yeah,
And this dude does an awesome job of portraying what
Right.
the theme's supposed to be.
yeah. So they once again another brewery that does a lot to give back. They donate all of their old like grains and everything. They actually sell it back to farmers for crop use or to feed their animals or use as fertilizer. And once again, every week.
Cycle life.
Yep, pretty much.
Which is big in the Midwest, though. Like, we got a lot of farms and stuff, so
Yeah, so
glad to
that's
see him putting it to good use.
right. The only thing that I've noticed that was different was a lot of breweries, smaller breweries, they just donate it. This brewery sells it.
Oh, anything to make it buck, man.
So I guess you don't get this big giving away things for free.
But other people don't want to get this big, so.
Right. You know, they do a lot with their lighting in their breweries and stuff. They are doing things to be eco-friendly, you know, cut back on electricity. They're big on cutting back on water. They're in development with a university to try to develop something so it cuts back the amount of water use that they have. They have used, they've actually brewed a beer with recycled and purified water. So they're reusing it, everything that they possibly can.
Well, Cali always has a drought and stuff, too, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they got to do something to combat that, you know?
Right, and the laws out there, I'm sure, are a little bit tougher than over
For
here.
water usage?
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy out there.
I'm sure they crack down like crazy.
Yeah.
So in 2015, they were the 17th largest brewery in America. They were 11th largest craft brewery. Not anymore, because they are no longer allowed to be considered a craft brewery once they were bought out by Constellation Brands in 2016.
Guys south of the border.
Guess how much they were bought out for?
I have no clue.
$1 billion.
Oh, no big deal.
Yeah.
just sign it and retire.
The way it sounds, though, is, you know, because it was started from a guy that loved brewing, and it sounded like it's been a struggle ever since before they opened this place up. So, like, the chief operator and the CEO, once they were bought out, decided to leave and go do other things.
So basically, this is just the master brewer that works for Constellation now?
I'm not sure. There wasn't a lot of information, as we'll find out right now, actually, because trying to find out how many barrels this company puts out a year is like impossible, because a couple years ago when they were trying to find out all that information of how much revenue they made, how many barrels they put out, they wouldn't release any of it. They wouldn't tell anyone.
So I wonder if it's higher than they thought or lower. Maybe they're not as big as they thought they were, or...
Yeah, I don't know. And that could have been... It was right around the time that they were bought out as well. So maybe things were on the
rocks, and they're just trying to save what they get. So.
Save face by not, telling everyone their personal information.
And now it makes sense why at my job, where we repair kegs, and we have their keg float, Constellation... I thought we bought Ballast Point too. I didn't know they sold out to them. So
yeah. So basically, that's probably why you got their contract.
I got all their kegs.
Yep. So that's pretty much all I have as far as like the history and things like that. Sustainability and all that, because there wasn't a whole lot. I mean,
they're pretty private. Like
which is a shame because it's a huge company. I wanted to know more.
Yeah.
Especially since their newest tap house is only 4 hours away, and I'd love to go check it out.
Oh, I'm sure I'll get down to Chicago eventually to check this place out. I was actually just down there a few months ago. I should have went. I didn't even know about it.
Right?
A little bit about the beer, I guess. We've never had a Kolsch before.
Nope. Kolsch.
Or Kolsch. And that's a type of yeast, is what it is.
Yeah.
Which I never even heard of the yeast. Being a home brewer, I haven't even dabbled with tarts and sours and all that stuff, so that process is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
A little description about the beer is juicy aromas, which when we smelled it already, you get that thick peach smell.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't find anything on the hops called the brewery itself down in Chicago. It's marked private.
Yep.
That's what the guy came back and told me. It's marked private. I did a little digging into the home brewer stuff and found out that most German ales, or this type of beer, go good with a splat hops or a common, or not a common, but a German noble hop.
Okay.
So a splat hop is basically an aroma hop. So there's not going to be a lot of bitterness in this, I would imagine.
Okay.
It should be pretty smooth, but you're going to get that sour lock your jaw with the tartness.
Yeah.
So that's about all I got for a description on this. I say we get right into our review.
Yeah.
And see what it's going to be. Ales are normally rich golden color, but this one has an off tint. We got to factor in the peach.
Mm-hmm.
So when we do our review on this.
Alrighty, so we start our review with smell. Well, actually, we start with appearance, smell, and then we dive right into mouthfeel, taste, and then do an overall. So this beer is a 5.2 ABV, alcohol by volume. So it's right around what you're going to get with a domestic light beer.
Yep, and then, when we poured it, there was a lot of head.
A lot of head.
It filled up the rest of the mason jars, which it said it would do that in a description of...
You can tell there's a ton of carbonation. There's a lot of rising bubbles coming up.
Actually, that's not a super lot. There's carbonation in it, you can tell, but some of the beers we've done where it's just...
Mine's got quite a bit popping up.
You just smashed her down.
That's true. See, look at how much carbonation I've got.
I'm drinking flat beers. IBUs is 23 out of 100.
Yep.
So
not
you're
terribly
going to get a
high.
little bit of bitterness. I think it's that high, probably more of the tartness, I think.
Right.
We're getting it.
All right, so let's give it a whirl with the appearance. Give that description on what it's supposed to look like one more time.
It's supposed to be a bright golden clear color, and this beer itself is actually going to have an orange color to it, which I can see that. You can kind of compare it to the box color and stuff. You get that peach tone in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
this beer almost reminds me of just a regular lager.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit darker depending on what you're drinking, but that's what it looks like to me.
I can see the hints of orange in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have to go pretty high on the appearance. It's going to be 8.2 for appearance.
I was going to go 7.6, which is still high. And then we get into our smell. Because I didn't mind the smell.
I don't like peach.
See, it all depends on what it is for me. I could take it or leave it sometimes. And right now, I think it smells really good.
Definitely smells very juicy.
Yeah. It's mouthwater.
And it's not like a fake peach.
No.
That's the stuff I hate, is a fake peach.
I have a feeling that as soon as I take a drink, I'm going to be expecting way more peach than what I get, which was the issue I had with the last peach beer that I drank. There wasn't enough of it in there.
Well, let's jump into it.
All right.
Taste and
Cheers.
Oh, there's no peach. That's a mouthful of peach.
Absolutely.
Not a lot of carbonation, not a huge prickliness. You get that little, like the dry sensation you get from Tart.
Yeah.
You get that almost all the way down.
It's
Makes you
like
want more.
I feel like I feel like I have a film on my tongue and throughout my
Right?
mouth from it.
It makes you want to drink more. That's the key to this beer.
It's very light.
And it's a light beer. It's very like. This is definitely a summer beer. This is seasonal. They're seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
One of them. And I would drink that all day long on a summer day.
You like it?
I do actually, and I don't like peach.
Yeah,
It just keeps you wanting more.
I really like this. I'm very impressed. I'm surprised. What are you giving the?
I'm really shocked on that.
Did we ever do smell?
No, we didn't. I wanted to taste it because I don't like peach.
Well, for smell, I'm giving it an 8.7 because I thought it smelled absolutely phenomenal.
8.6. It smells like peach is supposed to smell. The description of it was there.
The mouthfeel, I gotta go high as well because I got a burst of flavor.
Oh,
You said that there wasn't a lot of carbonation and not a lot of prickliness, but I felt maybe it was just the tartness of it, but it definitely puckered a little bit.
yeah, you get that initial carbonation because there's a little bit.
Mm.
It's like a medium carbonation, but it's not like an IPA where it's just all over your tongue. It's
Oh,
like you get the tip of it, and then after that it goes smooth. Like it's, well, not smooth. It goes dry.
Well, yeah,
It's like a wine.
See, I don't know. I like this a lot, and mouthfeel, I'm gonna have to rate it pretty high. I'm gonna give it an 8.4. I thought that I like that in a beer when I get a rush of something.
That was actually very good beer.
So-
I'm gonna
8.4 for me on the mouthfeel.
8.2 because I feel like there should be a little bit more carbonation in it,
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Okay.
So taste and mouthfeel. Or
Taste.
no, mouthfeel.
We just did mouthfeel.
Oh yeah, taste.
Taste.
Taste is. I'm giving it.
We're drunk.
I'm giving it an 8.5. That's
Holy
really good.
balls.
That's actually a very good quality. Like this is. I'll go right into our last one where it's drinkable for a new beginner.
Yeah.
I'd recommend that to a beginner craft beer drinker.
Absolutely. I think you're gonna get that with the pilsners, the lagers, and the kolsches, though. Like, it's gonna be a lot lighter, so it's not gonna be something that someone's like, "Oh my God, what the hell was that?"
I'm gonna have to start dabbling with that new yeast,
Yeah.
and actually, you get the sweetness from it, which is supposed to pull out from all the peach flavors. Like that yeast amplifies it basically. So
I'm gonna give this one an 8.2.
this is one of our biggest reviews.
It could be.
Jesus.
What do you overall? I'm gonna let you go first because I've got my number.
Did you actually do the math?
No,
No. so it's the guesstimated overall.
I never do that. Guesstimated overall.
Uh,
I'm trying to guess what my average would be.
8.3.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a 8.3.125.
No, I'm giving it an 8.
Can you double decimal?
I'm giving it an 8.3.
That's exactly where I was
Yeah.
gonna be based on what I gave it and with my total for taste.
It's really, really good quality beer, and this is like, we just keep going up and up in reviews.
Yeah,
Wait for that 10.
right.
But it's pretty quality.
I like this.
It's definitely, I will be buying this in the summer again.
Whoa, I'll
Well,
probably.
Not so much in the winter anymore.
Yeah, so we both said 8.3 as our overall. I mean, the only gripe that I have about this place is quit being so damn private. Why you gotta be so unsocial?
Like homebrewers want your recipe so they can try to make beer.
I
They
can't
also-
try not to give out your recipes and stuff like that, but come on. I mean, tell us what you're putting in there. Everybody else does.
Right?
But this place is cool. They're giving back. They have a program with, they have a program with disabled veterans where, you know, a lot of their excess food goes back so it's not getting wasted, which is pretty awesome because you're a veteran yourself, so that's pretty cool to hear. I don't know. We
That's
both said
awesome.
8.3. This has been Ballast Point Tart Peach Kolsch. That's a mouthful. Not just the beer.
So, you want to go over social media?
Yeah, hit up our email. We've gotten 2 emails now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
One was spam.
Both are from my mom. And I think she switched up her name on there, so it made it look like it wasn't her.
Put her first name this.
Just put her first name. And I'm like, you're not fooling anybody, Mom. No, she's definitely our biggest fan, although she doesn't like our page. She follows and shares everything that we post, but she doesn't actually like the page.
Oh, well, maybe she should get on there and help us get to that 250 we're trying to
Right?
get to.
Right? Maybe we'll just send her some coasters. She was griping how she didn't have any before.
You gotta like the page.
So, like I said, that's our email. Getting back to the social media is offthetapgb2018 @gmail.com.
Nailed it.
Our Facebook, just simple, Off the Tap. Our Instagram, Off the Tap 2018. Our YouTube. This is important because, as you're hearing right now, I uploaded my first video today for our reviews because usually you take care of that.
Yeah, we had a little bit of trouble that we came across today.
Yeah, I was
Running how big videos we are.
Yeah, running back through some videos, realized we screwed up a little bit on something, but it's in the process of getting taken care of. By the time you guys get this, it'll be fixed. You'll never even know. So actually, no, we didn't have any issues. We're perfect. But make sure to like, subscribe. That's the biggest thing is check out our reviews. I know they're a little bit long. We're trying to make them, we're trying to speed them up. This isn't helping clearly, but big things on the way.
Website in probably about 3 months.
Yeah.
And I'm working on it already, but hopefully it's 100% launchable.
Getting that built up so that we can have separate tabs where you can go in and pick any beer that we've done and you can watch the video. You can see what we've rated it as far as our full rating system. So then you don't have to watch the video, but you should watch the video because they're great and funny. And then we're going to have, I do the cocktails every Friday. We're going to have the cocktail videos posted with a recipe next to it. So if you guys want something to drink, you can just hop on there, grab those.
Got some pretty big ideas for home brewing.
Yeah.
Once I get back and stuff, we got
home brewing, merchandise, all sorts of cool stuff on the way. So stay tuned and keep her tuned. I'm Skinny Jeans.
outside the tank.
And this has been your beer review with Off the Tap.